Lesson 31. Data Sort Objects. In Lesson 30, we learned how to sort objects. We used bottle caps. In this lesson, we are going to use a few different items and we are going to answer a few more questions. We learned that there are different ways to sort our objects, and in this lesson, we are going to practice that. Let's start with pearls. There are many different kinds of pearls that come in different shapes, sizes, and colors. So let's sort our pearls from biggest to smallest. As you can see, we have lined them up from smallest all the way to biggest. Now they don't look all over the place like they did up here. We are able to see which are the smaller ones, which are the bigger ones, and which are the medium-sized ones. Let us look at objects number 2. Jars. We have jars all over us. In school, at home, in shopping malls, wherever we go, we will always see jars. Glass jars are great for our environment. But how are we going to sort these? We're not going to sort them by color or size. This time we're going to sort them according to their lids. How do they close? We have 10 jars and let's see how many different kinds of lids they have. Let's sort our jars according to lids. Here we have 3 jars that close using cloth and a string. On the top here, we have metal lids to close our jars. And at the bottom, our last 3 jars close using a cork. Now that we understand that we can sort objects using different ways and different methods, let's practice using dots. Sort the dots by color and answer the questions that follow. Here we have so many dots and it looks so overwhelming because they're just all over the place. There are 2 different colors which are pink and green. Let's sort these dots out by color. So we took our messy dots and we put them into 2 groups. Group 1 being green and group 2 being pink. Now, doesn't this look much easier to work with? Let's count how many green dots there are. If we have 1 row of 3 going across and 1 row of 3 going down, that means we can say we have 3 times 3 green dots, which will give us 9. Now let's look at pink. We have 3 going down, 4 going across, which will give us 12, and then we have 1 extra. So we can say 12 plus 1 will give us our 13 dots. So how many dots do we have altogether? 9 plus 13 will give us 22. Let's look at our questions. How many dots are there altogether? Let's go up. We have 22 dots. It was much easier to find out how many dots we have when we were working with 2 groups, instead of having to count them one at a time all sprawled out. We have 22 dots. How many pink dots are there? There are 13 pink dots. How did we find this out? We counted our second group. But how did we find out how many pink dots we have up here? We would have to count them one at a time from all over the place. Sorting our data makes life much easier. 13. And the same goes with our green dots. We counted group number 1 and found our answer, instead of having to count one by one in a huge jumble mess. I hope this makes sorting objects a little easier for you. Until next time, keep sorting. Goodbye.